welcome back to my channel. This is Plans with Stacy. I'm Stacy. I don't know how you found my channel, but I am so glad that you did. If you're new here, please consider hitting that subscribe button. We have so much fun here on the channel. If you're returning, welcome back. Today, I'm going to be showing you what my 2026 setup, planner lineup, whatever video is. So I have gone back and forth about how I wanted to do this and what I want to use next year. As you know, I have this 2025 planner. It is beautiful. However, I have not really been in my planner like I want it to be. I even thought about ordering another planner from Live Love Posh because I do love the layout of this planner so much that I would not mind using it again. Basically, I love this page, which I think you can just order this particular page from Live Love Posh. I'm not sure, but I kind of also don't want to spend the money. So we're going to forego that for now. But what we are going to do is I am going to be using a paper planner next year and my digital planner. So I have my iPad here and I will show you my digital planner. This is a journal. And I think I will be journaling more next year and just writing down my thoughts. I tried to do a digital journal, but I don't really like that as much. But we'll go through each thing. So let's start with the paper planner. So I've already kind of set it up. And this was a undated planner. I had this cover on another set of discs where it just had like some extra pages that I had left over from other things and folders and things like that. And I'm still trying to customize this the way that I want it to be. But I did have these expander discs. I bought these last year or probably the year before last. And so I just put them on this cover and then I stuffed it in here with the planner itself. So this is a undated planner, which is why I have the days of the month here. And we'll just flip through and kind of look at it. So I love this layout. This is the layout for my 2023 planner. This is a happy planner. It's just undated. And I've used this layout before. I always use the vertical layout anyway, so I'm not mad about that. So the first divider says new day, new adventures, new memories, new moments, new lessons. And then you get your monthly page, which we'll have to go in and put January up there. And then we have that on our little tabs here. Oh, no, we don't. That was in another planner. Anyway, this just is for the divider. So I have several months and things like that. I also have numbers and dates. I can also write in my numbers and dates for this particular planner, which is another reason I wanted to use this one this year because it is undated. And then you have your weekly pages. So we'll start this on whatever day this 2025 one ends on. And you have your little column and this week's list, and then we can decorate it as we've decorated all our planners in the past. So I do love the neutral layout. I bought this planner when I got my 2023 planner because I love the layout so much. So we'll just go through and look at the dividers. This one says do good and good will come to you, and then same layout, still undated, and then make time for what you love. Then just a little checkerboard pattern. More love, more laughter, more kindness, more smiles. Give the world good energy. There may be no thing greater than a life well loved. Living that happy life. The best time for new beginnings is now. And then in every season, be grateful. And then beauty is in the way you hold yourself. So this particular planner came from, this was on the best time for new beginnings is now. So this is the cover, the original cover for this particular planner. And then this is the back part of it. Again, it's a happy planner. I did not necessarily want this cover on it, so I took it off and basically put the firmer cover on there to kind of customize it the way that I wanted it, and then changed out the disc. And then at the very end, we have the happy planner and our little notes page. So that is the 2026 planner that I will be using. Again, I may come in with like some more pockets or some more things. I put the expander disc on there, so if I do add in some pages, it will be able to accommodate the extra pages, because I tend to always have an idea or a plan or something like that. And I still have like my undated dashboard planner that I was using for social media, so I may bring that back in. It just depends, but I want to start the year off strong. Okay, and so then this is something that I bought a while back. I'm always looking for notebooks or covers or things like that. I want to try to get into journaling and like jotting some things down, whether it's brainstorming or what have you. But this is just a book with like some blank pages. You can get these from like TJ Maxx, Walmart, or somewhere like that. And I paid $5.99 for it. And I love the cover so much. It has a little magnetic snap on it. So I will probably be using that just to jot down things and journal and so on and so forth. Then I have my digital planner on my iPad. I'm going to adjust these lights and then we will get into that. Okay, so looking at my iPad, I got this particular planner that I'm going to show you. I ordered this off of Etsy and I paid 96 cents for it. So if you've been following me, I have 2 digital videos or digital planner videos posted. This is the current planner that I'm using. It's a Sunday start. I've always used a Monday start, but for some reason I forgot that and downloaded this Sunday start. And this is a 2025 dated planner. And then this one I downloaded for free. I got it off of Pinterest, but I don't really like the layout of this one as much. And then this one I downloaded off of Etsy, and again I paid 96 cents for it. So I'm going to flip through this one just to show you and show you how I'm going to use this one going forward. So I've already kind of changed the cover of it. I don't even remember what was on the cover because I put this little strip over there and kind of whited it out or used the same color as the planner page. And then I put in this image because I am currently going through a lock journey. So I will be flourishing with my locks going into 2026. And then I'm going to edit this. This is actually, again, an undated planner. But I'm going to edit this so that it says 2026. And then we will go through it. So the good thing about this particular planner is now that I've paid for it, I can literally use this planner, and then once I'm done with it, I can re-download the planner because it's undated, and I can continue to use it for years and years to come, or I can just clear out the planner once I'm done with it and continue to use it for next year since it's undated. And I think that's what I want to use it for. And then the reason that I will have the paper planner in rotation is so that when I clear out the plans here, I will still have those plans for 2026 on paper. So I won't be losing anything. It'll just not be on here. And we'll use this as like a little creative outlet as well. So getting into the planner, you have the index section. And this is one of the reasons that I wanted to buy this particular planner, because the one that I'm currently using has a lot of places to click, and I didn't really utilize the index in my 2025 digital planner as much. And so I kind of want to keep up with some things going forward in this one. So you have your monthly planner, your monthly overview, the budget, and monthly reflection. You have a note section where you can add in different types of pages, whether it's lined, grid, or plain, or dot grid. And then your year at a glance, self-care goals, wellness, lifestyle, productivity, and finance. So all of these links are clickable. And then if you go to the yearly calendar, I've already kind of started putting in some dates. So again, this is undated, so I have to actually physically date it, just like my paper planner. And then let me see, I don't know what's next. So then you get your key dates. Of course, my birthday is a key date so far, and I'll go back and like write in other birthdays, or I can use my text tool to make it a little neater or uniform all across the page. And then you get yearly reflection. So it's like, how was this year? What was the most important goal you achieved? What's the biggest or the best memory of the year? An obstacle or challenge I've overcome this year? Why is this? What was the biggest lesson or biggest mistake of the year? And next year I want to improve in whatever. And that's your yearly reflection, which I kind of feel like this needs to be at the end of the planner, but I guess so you can get to it quickly, it'll be here. Then you have your quarter 1 goals. So you have 4 quarters in the months, and it's basically broken down in 3-month increments. So for January, February, March, you have your goals, projects, and tasks for the month. Main focus, my motivation. And then down here at the bottom, it says stop doing, keep doing, start doing. And you can keep up with those goals like that. And then so forth to quarter two. So you have April, May, June, July, August, September, and then October, November, and December. And then you go into this page. So I have customized this planner already. This page was not here, but because of my 2025 planner that I'm currently using on the iPad, it has a vision board for each month before the month starts. I really enjoy decorating the vision board, so I put in a blank page and basically labeled it January vision board. And then it goes into the monthly page, which I'm going to clear this page. It goes into the monthly page, and then this is your monthly overview and your priorities, your task. And then again, you have to write down or write in the days of the month because it's undated, but it is a Monday start. And then everything on here, I think is clickable if I'm not mistaken. So you can go to week 1, and then this is your weekly plans, and then your week's focus, to do, weekly priorities, habit tracker, and notes. And so again, the reason that I chose this particular planner, let me show you why, is because so this is the planner that I'm currently using, and it has your week at a glance, and then you have this week's focus. So it looks pretty similar. It's just this is a Sunday start, and it's like in this little pink hue. I don't know if you can tell on camera. And then the one that I downloaded looks similar. The font's a little different, but for the most part, it's kind of the same setup. So I do like the setup of this other one, and so that's why I was keen to download this one. So you get your weeks for the month, and then you get your days, which is very similar to this one. You get your days, and then it goes on until you get to the end of that particular month. So you get your daily pages, and then you have 6 a.m. to 12 p.m. or noon, and then kind of like what you do throughout the day, and like an hourly plan to kind of hold you accountable. And then your priorities, today's focus, and so you can kind of plan day by day as the year goes on. And then you have a meal tracker here, your water intake, when you woke up, how many hours did you sleep, and any notes that you want to keep up with here. And then at any point, if you're on this page and you just want to go back to your monthly planner, you just click that button and you can go to it. If you want to go to any day of the week in January, you can do that. And then it'll take you to this page. So the way that I got this page put into my planner, I basically just hit the 3 dots. I said add a page. And then I added in a blank page, which is the current template. You can add that in, and you can pick where you want it to go in the planner. So I did it before, and then I just used my font that I have saved and wrote in February vision board. And I did that for every month. So I have it because that's how I kind of want my planner to be set up. The only thing that I may change about that is, as far as like this particular setup goes, I may bring in some other things from my previous planner. I haven't decided yet, but let's finish going through this one. So you get that, and then you have your monthly budget up top, your reflection for the month, and then it has it like bolded out what your reflection is. But let me go back to the calendar so you can kind of see the order that it goes in. So you get your calendar, you get your monthly overview, monthly budget, monthly review, and then your weekly planner. So once you get to the end of the month, the next page is the February vision board, and then it goes through February. So I do like this setup. And then there are some other tabs that are not going to show up as you're going through the planner. So you have your self-care goals, and you can click on your little self-care tab. You have 4 goals here. And then if you want to make more goals, you can literally click this, add a page, and it'll tell you the current template. So you have this particular page selected, and you can say you want to add a page for more self-care goals after this particular page, and it'll pop it in there. And so that's how you can add more pages and customize your planner as you see fit. And then it has 1 vision board in here. You have a letter to yourself, a bucket list, weekly gratitude, favorite quotes, and then you go into the lifestyle. So all of these are at the end of the planner. And then, let's see, You have your wellness tracker. So you can go to a mood tracker and keep up with this, and then you can make a little key over here, color these keys in, and keep up with, you know, how you feel. And then you basically have your months here, or your months going here, and then the days of the month there. So you can pick kind of with the key how you feel every day of the month. And I think it'd be cool to keep up with near the end when you kind of figure out, you know, how your year went. Then you have a sleep tracker, skincare routine, morning and evening, workout log, and then, for instance, again, if you wanted to put in another page, you can add a page. As long as you don't write on it, you can literally click your little three dots and add in a third page. And then you have your workout routine, packing list for travel, reading list. Now, I love a reading list. I have a reading journal already in the other planner. So I have a reading journal here, and I'm keeping up with my book list and things like that. But if you wanted to, you could keep up with it here. And then you have a book log, and then you can insert an image, and then they only give you 3 pages of each one. I think I already added in an extra book log. So I have 4 pages, and you can just keep adding in pages if you need to. And then you have a movie log. You get 3 pages of those. Podcast that you want to keep up with. Then you get to your productivity section. So you have your project planner. And if you have a project you want to start, for instance, if you want to do something around the house, or you're, I don't know, knocking out a bedroom or a wall, or redoing your kitchen, what do you need to do in order to get those things going? And you can keep up with the project here. You get 3 pages of those. Then you get your SMART goals, and then it has the acronym for SMART: specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time-based. And then how did you accomplish that goal? You get 3 pages of those. Long-term goals: where do you see yourself next year, in the next 3 years, next 5, next 10, and those action steps to get you to those goals. A routine planner. I am big on trying to keep a routine and trying to make sure that I stay on track, because it's so easy to get, you know, off track, get some procrastination going, and then lose track of time. And then now you've wasted your whole day doing a whole bunch of nothing. So I love a routine, and it's trying to get up in the morning and not necessarily reach for the phone first thing in the morning, and so on and so forth. Then you have a to-do list. You can literally copy this page if you wanted to and put it in after your planner, or if your weekly planner. You can put it anywhere in your planner and customize it. That's why I kind of love digital. You can do the same with paper. You just need to duplicate that paper. And then your priority matrix. You have important goals, not important, delegate, delete, do first, do urgent. And then you have your urgent, non-urgent column. Then you have a 30-day challenge. I will be using this the best of my ability, because I feel like you feel a little bit better when you have a goal and your reward, your start date, your due date, to figure out if you can accomplish those goals in 30 days. And then, because so much time goes by. For instance, we're like almost 2 weeks into December. We're 2 weeks away from the end of the year. And then when you're looking back, you're thinking, okay, the whole year is gone. What can I look back and see that I accomplished? Anything, nothing, something, we don't know. So I think a 30-day challenge, just breaking it up in sections instead of trying to look at a 3-month goal or a 6-month goal at a time. Just do 30 days and figure out what you want that goal to be, and see can you accomplish it. So you get 3 pages of that. And then the mind map. I like the mind map because it has a way where you can like jot down things, brainstorm things, and literally just plan out your day. I have a mind map on another app, and I think it's called Freeform is the app that I used. And basically I put affirmations in the center, and then I just wrote down some affirmations that I see about myself. And then I jotted down more information about that particular affirmation. And it's something to look back on, to be positive, to boost your mood, whatever the case may be. So you get 3 pages of those, or you can brain dump, whatever you want to use this for. And then you have the finance section. So you have your yearly finance goals, or your view on upcoming expenses. So if you have some big purchases or big things happening within the year, you can write them down here. Spending tracker, card or cash, amount, description, date. So this is only 1 page, and That's not going to be enough for the year. So you can also go in, add a page, and you can literally add the same page that you already have highlighted. And then you'll get 2. I may do that. I'm just not doing it right now. And then savings tracker, bill payment tracker, subscription tracker, debt payoff tracker, and then you get your notes section. So with the notes section, you can click on any of the notes and literally have multiple pages of a bullet journal or whatever you need. And then I think I use these last sheets of paper to make the vision board. So basically, that's why it said January vision board, because I literally took that page and added it into the planner. So I can, and you can also link this if you wanted to. So you can really customize this planner to be whatever you want it to be. And that's pretty much it. So I will be using this for my 2026 digital planner and basically keeping up with more things than I did in my current planner that I have now on the iPad, and we will be keeping up with more things going forward for 2026. Okay, so far that is my planner lineup. We will be using a digital planner and we will be using a paper planner, and I will be journaling some this year to kind of get my thoughts on paper. Sometimes I have a rough day and I just need to get it on paper so that I don't take those feelings, emotions, or whatever to the next day or further on down the week. It just depends. But I will definitely be using a journal this year, or next year, excuse me, and going forward with that. So let me know what your planner lineup is for the year. I hope to be using some more, posting some more decorative planner videos, and we can date our planner together and go from there. I have ideas that are just spilling out already. I'm ready to get out of my old planner and get into my new planner, and hope I can stick to a planner for the year. Every year around the same time I fall off and just don't want to fool with the planner anymore. But if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing. We have so much fun here on the channel, and I will catch you all in the next video. Bye.